top 7 ways on how to make your money work for you. Once you understand how to make your money work for you, you can start building wealth and living the life you've always dreamed of. You can build wealth while investing your money in work, but it's not a one-night stand. You won't be building a large nest egg anytime soon, but you will be prepared for long-term financial security. While not as exciting as making a lot of money fast, it is much more stable and far more likely to make wealth at a slow, steady pace than taking big risks. The bottom line is that building wealth is the key to a stable financial future. Therefore, using best practices is a smart and responsible way to achieve it in the long run. Here are the top 7 ways to get your money working for you. Number 1. Invest in dividend-paying stocks. Investing in the stock market can be risky, but doing research and understanding market trends is a great way to invest your money. When you invest in dividend-paying stocks, you can make money paying dividends as well as increasing the value of the stock. Investing in stocks can be very profitable, but if you want to protect your money, you need to adopt a more conservative investment strategy. When investing to build wealth over the long term, you should buy stock in an established company that has a solid history of growth and profitability. Can you make more money investing in cheap stocks that have the potential to go up significantly? You can, but you can lose your money with this type of investment strategy. For every person who makes a lot of money investing in volatile stocks, there are hundreds of people who lose money. When you invest in stocks that pay dividends, you will make money whenever the stock is good and you will receive dividends. As long as the stock is doing well and being valued, you will also make money this way. You can sell the stock in the future and pocket your profits, or you can keep the stock and continue to make money through dividends. If you want to invest in dividend-paying shares, consider M1 Finance, as it allows you to buy fractional shares, which allows you to invest in a piece of the pie and distribute your investment at interest. They also offer a combination of automated and customized investments that allow you to create a portfolio that fits your specifications. It is also cheap as there are no trading fees or deposit or withdrawal fees to the linked bank account. Number 2. Invest in mutual funds. Investing in stocks can be risky because the value of the shares you own can always go down. Even if you are careful with your investments and do your homework, you are still vulnerable because most investors have very few stocks. You can diversify and distribute your money across many stocks and buy in small quantities, but you will struggle to make such a profit. Of course, you will be more isolated from potential losses, but your goal should not be to lose money but to build wealth. Fortunately, there are ways to diversify your investments in the stock market, limit your risk, and still earn healthy returns. This can be achieved by investing in mutual funds. What is a mutual fund? Mutual funds are professionally managed mutual funds that accept money from multiple investors and thus invest in various securities. The power of mutual funds comes from the amount of capital they have to work with. As an individual investor, you have a limited amount of money to invest. This limits the number of shares you can invest. You can invest most of your money in a few stocks, which gives you the opportunity to make good profits, but also leaves you more vulnerable as losing money can cost you money. You can be more conservative and buy a few stocks from many stocks, but you probably won't make a lot of money that way. Mutual funds have enough capital to get the best of both worlds. Mutual funds are managed by financial professionals and invested in a variety of different securities. This means that if some of these securities are losing money, the overall health of the mutual fund will not be significantly affected. Because mutual funds can invest more capital in a variety of stocks, they can still generate healthy returns while remaining diversified and stable. Number 3. Pay down debt. If you want to learn how to make your money work for you, you need to learn how to protect it from the negative effects on your wealth. If you owe money, you have to pay the interest, right? If you pay interest, you lose money. It is very easy. Everything you finance costs you money. You have to pay a lot. Of course, you can't pay for everything in cash unless you're very rich. You may have a mortgage. You may also have automatic payments. This is a necessity, and in the case of a mortgage, this will usually be a pure positive outcome for you. But everything you pay for, things you want rather than need, you have to pay for as soon as possible. The first step in paying off debt is drawing up a budget. Nobody likes living on a tight budget, but if you don't, you're not financially responsible. When you have significant debt, you need to discipline yourself to create and stick to a tight budget. You need to cut down on fat, which means you need to cut costs that you don't need to include in your budget. If this means quitting eating or cutting back on other activities you enjoy, then you should do it. You can also consider getting a side job and then using that money and the money you save from budgeting to pay off debt aggressively. Usually, when paying off debt, you have to start with high-interest debt first. This usually means a credit card. If you only make the minimum payments each month, then you are doing exactly what the credit card company requires. Instead of making those minimum payments, you start paying off huge debts. When you have paid your debt, Do so until you have paid most of your debt. It's impossible to pay off your mortgage quickly, nor is it possible to pay off your car, but once your other debts are paid off, you'll have to make additional payments on those debts as well. While this requires sacrifice, paying off your debt is one of the best ways to build long-term wealth. Number 4. Take advantage of credit card rewards. Properly used, credit cards can be a powerful tool to help you build wealth. If used incorrectly, they can quickly bury you in debt. What's the point here? Bottom line, you don't have to be afraid of credit cards, but you should use them responsibly. If you use it irresponsibly, the bud could take years to resolve. With all the risks involved, is it worth it? In short, yes. All you have to do is use it like any financially responsible person would, and then you can enjoy the rewards. The big problem that people have with credit cards is people who use them to make impulse purchases and then don't pay the balance right away. Most credit cards will not charge you a dime as long as you pay off the balance on the card before the end of the billing cycle. If you have a good credit rating, you can also buy a credit card with no annual fees, which also have different premiums. You can take advantage of these rewards by typically making a purchase and then paying the balance before the end of the billing cycle. This way, you can take advantage of the price without paying anything to the credit card company. This is the definition of free money. Number 5. Invest in retirement accounts. If you work for almost every employer, they have several types of retirement plans, 401,000 of which are the most common. There are many benefits to investing in this type of retirement account, and you should start investing in them as soon as you start working. It's never too early to plan for the future and save for retirement. The first benefit of investing in a job-funded retirement plan is that you can invest in most of them before taxes. You pay no taxes on your investment income, which allows you to invest more money with less impact on your paycheck. You will have to pay taxes on this income if you have access to money in retirement, but the initial benefits are still worth taking. Number 6. Become a silent partner in a business. Starting your own business can be very profitable, but it can also be a lot of work. Therefore, instead of starting your own business, try investing in other companies and becoming a silent partner. Being a silent partner is key here because once you're in business, your money won't work for you. Investing in a company as a silent partner can be stressful and risky, but also potentially very profitable. The main thing you remember when you become a silent partner is that it is riskier than many other forms of investing. So all you have to do is invest money that you can afford to lose. Invest money knowing that you can risk losing it, but the potential rewards are often worth it. Number 7. Invest in real estate. One of the safest and most trusted ways to get your money's worth is by investing in real estate. Once you have a home, the next thing you should try is to buy more properties to use as rental properties. What only applies to every property you invest in. The fact is that you will always appreciate its value. There are times when the value can go down, but in the long run things almost always come back and you end up with a property that costs more than you pay. Once you decided on an investment vehicle, you can start making your money work for you, build wealth, and live the life you've always wanted. Think of every dollar invested as a little soldier raising money for dollars for you. The bottom line is that to build wealth you need to put your money into work. So using some of the best practices we discussed will get you on the right track. This was all about this video. See you in the next video.